Welcome to Learning English with Captain Binoy Varakil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College, Devagiri, Kozhikode, Kerala. Today we discuss the model questions of the third semester BA English main students of the colleges of University of Calicut. And we have to understand the pattern of questions, and after that we will look at some of the possible questions that can come for the examination. So I have written the pattern of questions here on the board. So we have three types of questions: section A, section B and section C. So the first section, section A, we have a number of 15 questions, numbers 1 to 15. So these 15 questions each carry 2 marks, and we have to understand that in this pattern of questions we have a ceiling nature, that is maximum score a student can have is 25, but the student has a possibility of total freedom to answer all the questions. Like we know that normally if a student is answering 15 into 2, it should be 30, but understand that the maximum score a student can get is 25. So the student can, if he wishes, answer all the 15 questions, and the maximum will be 25. So that is the pattern of question in section 1. And section 2 we have some 8 questions, and that is question numbers 16 to 23. Each of the questions carry 5 marks, and we know that if it's 8 into 5 it would be 40, but here the total marks a student can score is 35, that is the ceiling is at 35. That is, a student is free to answer all the 8 questions and he can get a maximum of 35, or if he or she is sure that with 7 questions he can get 5 marks each, of course that is 7 into 5, 35, he needn't answer the 8th one. But if a student is not sure whether he can get full, but he thinks that maybe if he can score more marks by answering all the 8, he has the possibility of answering all the 8, and the maximum will be 35. So section 1, 2 into 15 questions, ceiling of 25 marks maximum. And question number type 2, we have 8 questions, maximum 35 marks, and each question carry 5 marks. And now we come to the last type, the third type, and here we have 4 questions, and from these 4 questions a student can answer 2, and there is no ceiling. This is essay type questions, and here a student can answer 2 questions, and the maximum score for answering 1 question is 10 marks. So 10 into 2, it is 20. So we have 25 plus 35 plus 20, that is a total of 80 marks. So maximum marks is 80 and time is 2.5 hours. So now let's look at the questions in section 1. Read the following questions and do as directed. Each question carries 2 marks. Question number 1. The daughter helps the mother. Categorize the words in the sentence into form class and function class. The daughter helps the mother. Okay, now let us look at the sentence and let us just categorize the words into form class and function class. So the sentence is the daughter helps the mother. Daughter helps the mother. So you have the daughter helps the mother. So we understand that daughter is a noun, helps is a verb, mother is again another noun. So you have 1, 2, 3. So these 3 words, daughter helps mother, are form class words. So we will say that form class words we have 3 and they are 1, 2, 3. Daughter is form, and next we have THE, 2 definite articles, and we can say that the function class, of course it is THE, the definite article, or we can also, that is one way we answer, and another way is the daughter is the subject and helps the mother is the predicate, and we can say that the daughter is subject, it is daughter is noun, the is definite article, helps the mother is the predicate, helps is verb, and the mother is object. So you have subject, daughter, the daughter subject, helps verb, and the mother object. Daughter helps mother. Okay, so that is the first question. Categorize the words in the sentence into form class and function class. Okay, so with that we come to the next question. Question number 2. My brothers have helped many animals. Identify the parts of speech of the underlined words. The words that is underlined, the words which are underlined are have, helped. Identify the parts of speech, and we know that have is an auxiliary and helped is a verb. So that is easy. My brothers have helped many animals. Now the third question. Identify the coordinating conjunctions in the following sentence. Most people do not walk to work. Most people do not walk to work. Instead, they drive or take the train. So here we have to find out the coordinating conjunction. Most people do not walk to work. Instead, they drive or take the train. So the coordinating conjunction is or. They drive or is the coordinating conjunction. They drive or they take the train, like they take the train. So you have or is just coordinating, they drive or take the train. Now we come to the fourth question. Subhash is a clever player. Identify the mood of the sentence and justify your answer. Okay, Subhash is a clever player. Here we understand that the modality is epistemic modality, because out of knowledge of Subhash, the speaker has an idea about Subhash, and out of his knowledge of Subhash, he says that Subhash is a clever player, and the mood of the sentence is epistemic modality. Now we come to the fifth question. Convert the to infinitive into gerund. Question number 1. To see is to believe. Number 2. To make mistakes is easy. So we are converting the first one, to see is to believe, into gerund. Seeing is believing. And next one, to make mistakes is easy. Making mistakes is easy. First one, to see is to believe, seeing is to believe, seeing is to believe, or seeing is to believing. Seeing is to believe is the better answer. Seeing is to believe. Next is to make mistakes is easy, making mistakes is easy. Sixth question, please take off your shoes before entering the house. Identify the phrasal verb in the sentence and write its meaning. So the phrasal verb here is take off. Take off, and the meaning of take off is remove. Please take off your shoes before entering the house. Next question, number 7. Mira's room was filthy. Rewrite the sentence using the antonym of italicized word. So the word is filthy. Italicized word is filthy. Mira's room was filthy, and the antonym of filthy is clean. Mira's room was clean. Okay. Next question. Develop the given pattern a sentence. So the pattern given is yes plus we plus o plus participle, subject plus verb plus object plus participle, and we have to write a sentence in this pattern of subject plus verb plus object plus participle, and the sentence would be I saw him running. I saw him running. I saw him running. I is the subject, saw is the verb, him is the object, and running is the participle. Okay, so you have the example. I saw him running. Subject, verb, object, participle. I saw him running. Now the next question, that is question number 9. My neighbor was very old. She was very active. Convert the given sentence into a single sentence using the subordinate conjunction. Using the subordinate conjunction. Okay, my neighbor was very old. She was very active. Convert the given sentence into a single sentence using any subordinate conjunction. My neighbor was very old. She was very active. Despite being very old, my neighbor was very active. Despite being very old, my neighbor was very active. Okay, now we come to the 10th question. Rewrite the following sentences with introducing it. Question number 1. John is easy to please. Rewrite using introductory it. Introductory it is the it that introduces the subject. It is easy to please John. John is easy to please. It is easy to please John. Another one. To rise early is a good habit. It's a good habit to rise early. To rise early is a good habit. It is a good habit to rise early. Next question, question number 11. Write a sentence which has one main clause and one subordinate clause. Write a sentence which has one main clause and one subordinate clause. The glass will break if you drop it. The glass will break if you drop it. Number 12, question number 12. Give two antonyms for the word defeated. Antonyms, two opposites for the word defeated. Succeeded and won. Defeated is past and the antonym can also be in the past tense, and we say succeeded and won. Now the next question, 13th question. Fill in the blanks with present or past participles of the verbs given in the brackets. Sentence 1. He is dash in cricket. Sentence number 2. His behavior was quite dash. First one. He is dash in cricket within bracket interest, and the answer is he is interested in cricket. He is interested in cricket. Number 2, his behavior was quite surprising. Surprising, present participle we use with the second one. Now we move on to the 14th question in section A. questions that carry 2 marks. Identify the tense in the following sentence. What is the tense? Sentence A, she has been trying for a job since January. She has been trying. So it is present perfect continuous. She has been trying for a job since January. A work which started some time ago in the present and continued all the time and even continues at the time of speaking. She has been trying for a job since January. Next question. Jane will have completed the graduation by this time next year. Identify the tense. Jane will have completed. Will have completed. Future perfect tense. Will have completed. Future perfect tense, right? Jane will have completed her graduation by the time next year. By this time next year. Now the last question, 15th question in this section. Nobody remembered to book the tickets. Frame a tag question. Nobody remembered to book the tickets. Did they? The tag question is did they? Okay. Nobody remembered to book the tickets. You have a comma and the tag is did they. Alright. It is of course a negative sentence with negative meaning, and nobody is the subject, so nobody will be taking the pronoun they. So the answer, nobody remembered to book the tickets. Frame a tag question. Did they? Next, so you have to write the sentence, and after that a comma and the tag question did they and a question mark. Now we come to the second type of questions. We have to answer. Of course, there are 8 questions, and the maximum marks is 35. So 5 is the score of 1 question. So the first question in this section, John saw the sentences below on a display board at a local store. Analyze the pattern of each sentence and write what type they belong to. So there are 5 sentences. So you have to analyze the sentence and you have to write the type they belong to. What type of a sentence, like whether it is a sentence which is a statement, an assertive sentence, or a question, whether it is a command or whether it is an exclamation. So the first one, we offer 25% discount on all products. We offer 25% discount on all products. So the sentence pattern, we is the subject, offer is the verb. Offer what? 25% discount on all products is the object. So the pattern is subject plus verb plus object plus the 25% discount on all products, right? It is of course object 25% discount. Alright, we offer 25, alright, it is SVO pattern, right? Subject plus verb plus object. And it is a statement, it's a declarative sentence or a statement. Now second question, you are welcome to come in and have a look. You are welcome to come in and have a look. You are welcome to come in and have a look. So you have subject, you are, verb, you are welcome. You are welcome to have to come in. You are welcome to come in and have a look. So you are welcome. You are welcome. So it is subject plus verb plus welcome. Yes, you are welcome. Okay, that is a compliment. Yeah, it's again a statement, right? You are welcome to. You are welcome to come in and have a look. Okay, next question, why wait for a second chance? Why wait for a second chance? So it is a question. Why wait for a second chance? It's a question. Interrogative, interrogative. You have a question there. Okay, why wait for? And it is why do you wait for a second chance, right? Why do you wait for a second? So it is right. The subject, wait is the verb, and for a second chance is wait for something, right? It's object, right? It's a question in the SVO pattern. Why do you wait for a second chance? Okay, so that is it. Now the fourth one, how cheap the prices have fallen. How cheap the prices have fallen. It's an exclamation. Now the next is, we are confident that you will not be disappointed. So here we have a complex sentence. We are confident that you will not be disappointed. We are confident that you will not be disappointed. So it is subject. It is, of course, we are confident. That is a main clause followed by a dependent clause. We are confident that you will not be disappointed. Next question, analyze the given sentences, understand their tenses and convert them into corresponding past tenses. So the question number one, or the work, the sentence first one, analyze the sentence and understand their tenses and convert them into corresponding past tenses. They go home by bus. The answer is, of course, they went home by bus. They went home by bus. My colleague is expecting a promotion. My colleague was expecting a promotion. My colleague was expecting a promotion. My sister does the cleaning herself. My sister did the cleaning herself. Okay, so that is this question. Analyze the given sentences, understand their tenses and convert them into the corresponding past tenses. So first one is it simple present, so we change it into simple past. Second one again is present continuous, we change it into past continuous. Third one again present, simple present, we change it into simple past. Next question, correct the given sentences according to accepted modern usage and justify the changes made. First sentence, and stitch on time saves 9. It's wrong. And is wrong. On time is again wrong. So we are changing it to a stitch in time saves 9. A stitch, because stitch begins with the consonant s, and it is a stitch. On time will be in time. That is, we should do everything before we are in trouble. So a stitch in time saves 9. Next question. Second sentence. Could you lend me any of your books today? Could you lend me any of your books today? So we are changing the sentence into, could you lend me one of your books today? Any of your books is not the right. It is, could you lend me one of your books today? One of your books today. All right. Next, third sentence. A dog ran on the middle of the road. A dog ran on the middle of the road. We are just correcting into, a dog ran across the road. A dog ran across the road. Next sentence, it requires an energy. Okay, it requires an energy is wrong. We say it requires energy. It requires energy. Now the fifth sentence to be corrected. Do you like listening to the radio? Do you like listening to the radio? So we know that listen we don't use in the progressive. So you would ask, we will change the sentence into, do you like to listen to the radio? Do you like to listen to the radio? Okay, so the certain vocabulary items, especially verbs not used in the ing form. Now we come to the 19th question. Identify the clauses in the given sentences and convert them to other types of sentences. Identify the clauses in the given sentences and convert them to other types of sentences. Okay, so the first one, realizing the mistake, I apologize to the teacher. Realizing the mistake, I apologize to the teacher is simple sentence. We are changing it into complex first. When I realized my mistake, I apologized to the teacher. When I realized my mistake, I apologized to the teacher. Complex. Compound. Now we are changing it to compound sentence. I realized my mistake and I apologized to the teacher. Now the next question, that is question number, sentence number 2 in the same question, 19th question. Many words in the passage were difficult, but I could understand the meaning. Okay, many words in the passage were difficult, but I could understand the meaning. The given sentence is a compound sentence, and we are changing it to a simple one first. Despite many words in the passage being difficult, I could understand the meaning. Despite many words in the passage being difficult, I could understand the meaning. Okay, that is simple sentence, right? Simple sentence. Now we have to change it into complex sentence, right? Complex sentence, right? Complex is although many words in the passage were difficult, I could understand the meaning. Okay, complex. Although many words in the passage were difficult, I could understand the meaning. All right. Now we come to the next question. That is third sentence in this question for conversion. Okay. When he rang the bell, she opened the door. This is a complex sentence. We are changing it into a compound first. He rang the bell and she opened the door. Compound. And now we have to change it into simple sentence. Having rung the bell, she opened the door. He having rung the bell, she opened the door. Or having rung the bell, she opened the door. Alright, that is converting into the simple. Okay, now we come to the 20th question. The modal auxiliary could indicate ability, possibility, permission and request. Give 2 examples for each of these functions. Ability, express ability with could. Ability, 2 examples with could. Ability. So could is used to express ability. I could swim in the river when I was young. That is ability. I could swim when I was I could swim in the river when I was very young. Another one, I could climb on trees when I was very young. I could climb on trees when I was very young. Or rather, I could run very fast when I was a teenager. Okay, now with could we have to express possibility. Possibility. He could be at home by this time. He could be at home by this time. Okay, it could have rained in the villages now. It could have rained in the villages now because we see a lot of clouds, right? Now, permission. Could you let me in? Could you please permit me to enter? Could you please could you let me go home? Could you please let me go home? Request, polite request. Could you please show me the way to the church? Could you please show me the way to the church? Could you help me complete the task? Could you please help me complete the task? So we have ability, possibility, permission and request. Now we come to the next question. Differentiate between regular and irregular verbs with examples. So we know that regular verbs are verbs which take the past tense and past participle form with the addition of ed, and we have jumped, jumped, drop, dropped, dropped, kick, kicked, kicked. Regular verbs. Irregular verbs take the past and past tense, past participle form, maybe with vowel changes or some other inflections, like we have in give, gave, given, give, gave, given, sing, sang, sung, write, wrote, written. Okay, so regular verbs and irregular verbs. Now we come to the next question. Change the voice of the given sentences to the other. So we have maybe active voice, we change it to passive. Passive voice, we change into active. Sentence 1. A book was taken from your shelf by me. A book was taken from your shelf by me is passive voice, and we are changing it into I took a book from your shelf. I took a book from your shelf. Now the next one. Did you eat that pudding in the fridge? Was the pudding in the fridge eaten by you? Was the pudding in the fridge eaten by you? Next. He is building a new house. A new house is being built by him. Now we come to the next question, that is 23rd question. Rewrite the following text by correcting the collocations errors in them and underline the changes made. So here we are given a passage. So a passage is given, and we have to correct the sentences in the given passage, and of course we have to give reasons for our correction. So the sentence given is, in the morning I made some work in the kitchen, then I spent a rest for about an hour before going out to have shopping in the local grocery store. It was my husband's birthday and I wanted to do a special effort to cook a nice meal for him. I gave a look at a new Italian recipe in YouTube. Okay, so here this sentence has a lot of mistakes, and we have to correct the mistakes. That is question number 23. Now we come to the last section, type 3, where you have to answer 2 from a bunch of 4 questions. One question has 10 marks. Okay, so it's first one, 24th question. Read the given passage and list the mistakes in it. So we have a passage, read the passage and list the mistakes one by one. 1, 2, first mistake, second mistake, third mistake. Specify if the mistake is related to tense, concord, proposition or verb. Rewrite the sentence correctly and justify each of the changes you made. Okay, so what list each of the passage is given, we have to write down all the mistakes and we have to say whether it is a mistake in the tense of the grammatical, like tense of the sentence, whether it is concord or agreement, whether the preposition is wrong, whether the verb, the structure of the verb is, the tense of the verb is wrong. So such a way we have to rewrite one paragraph. Rather, no need of rewriting, listing out if there are 15 mistakes mentioned. Okay, it is say for example, have you ever feel as if you were talking to a wall and not to a real person? So in the first, this is the first one. So the first mistake is, have you ever felt? Have you ever feel is wrong. Have you ever felt? So feel is wrong. We are just changing it into felt. Have you felt? So similarly, all the mistakes. Now the next question, it's a very straightforward question, not application kind of question. 25th question, what is a morpheme? Substantiate the different types of morphemes with suitable examples. So we have to write about morphemes, different morphemes, different types of morphemes with examples. Okay, so that is question number 25. And the next is question number 26. Rearrange the jumbled words given below to form meaningful sentences. Then identify the tense of the sentences. So okay, so we have a sentence, but the sentence, all the words are not in order. So we have to rearrange it in the order, and we have to identify the tense of the sentences, right? Identify the tense of the sentence, right? Okay, so the first one is work and play, things different, parents see as two. So rearrange that and mention the tense. Okay, similarly there are 5 sentences. Rearrange all the 5 and mention the tense. Now we come to the 4th question in this section, 27th question. Study the given table. A table is given and frame 10 correct sentences from it. So first, okay, use different structures, tenses, so that your answer includes statements, questions, negatives, present, past, and future sentences. So we have a box, 3 columns. First we have different pronouns or nouns which can be the subject. Then we have, of course, a number of auxiliary verbs, like this, or these auxiliary verbs can be the verb. And then you have, of course, the predicate, that is, of course, right, the adverbial or the participle, okay, and the predicate part. So we have to arrange these, it is matching the following. So the which subject will go with which auxiliary, and which what would be the predicate part, subject part, predicate part, okay. And we have to make in fact statements, questions, negatives, present, past, and future sentences. So there must be all types of sentences, and there must also be sentences with different tenses. So this is in fact the pattern of question, and this is one of the question paper. So next video I'll be discussing another question paper. So follow this pattern and study very well. We'll understand that most of these questions are from the textbook itself. So expect questions from the textbook and get a very good score in your examination. Thanks a lot for watching. May God bless you. Thank you.